Raquel Rodriguez, women's IC and US titles will lead to new opportunities. Hello, everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Alina, and I hope you are all having a fantastic day. Thanks for tuning in, keep watching now. Over the past 2 months, WWE has introduced the WW Women's Intercontinental and United States Championships. Chelsea Green was crowned the first ever WWE Women's US Champion at WWE Saturday Night's main event in December, and Lyra Valkyria became the first ever WWE Women's IC Champion on the January 13th episode of UW Raw. Speaking to Battle on Battleground, Raquel Rodriguez gave her thoughts on the new titles. Oh my gosh, I think both of those titles are just gonna bring more eyes to the women's division. It's more opportunities for more women to step up, to step through, to show the talent the WWE has for their women's locker room. I just talked about the women's locker room not too long ago, about how amazing it is because we all just want what's best for the women's division. We want to be the best women's division in wrestling, and so we all set out to put everything else aside and to go out there and put on an absolute show to the best of our abilities. So having these 2 new titles is really gonna give more opportunities to more women who are training hard every day and just haven't had that one chance to step in front of the camera. But now that we have these 2 new titles to go after, to fight for, we have more women who are gonna want to come through and step through the woodwork. I think you guys are gonna be seeing a lot of new faces, a lot of new female faces that are gonna be in the women's division, a lot more chances to fall in love with different characters, and I really love that this is happening right now for the women's division because it couldn't come at a better time. Our women's division is huge when you count the women on Raw, on SmackDown, on NXT, and the women that we still bring from outside resources. I think it's absolutely insane how much it's growing and how much of an effect it has, especially on young girls at this time. We're getting more time on TV and we're getting more opportunities to show our faces. And so I think a lot of little girls, you're just gonna be seeing them drawn to the product a lot more, especially with it being on Netflix now. Ria Ripley reflects on moment with Undertaker during WW-era Netflix debut. Ria Ripley finally put Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio, and their entire feud behind her on Monday when she defeated Morgan for the Women's World Championship on the WW-era debut on Netflix. Ripley celebrated in the ring with the fans, but got a huge surprise when the Undertaker's music hit, and the dead man came out on a motorcycle, portraying his American badass character, to celebrate with her. Ripley said at the post-show press conference that she thought giving Mysterio a low blow was going to be the highlight of the night, but instead got this special moment with the legend. I've been able to go out there while I was a part of the Judgment Day and step in the ring with people that I would never think that I could step in the ring with, Ripley said. I was a part of Randy Orton's comeback match. CM Punk's return. Randy's first promo back here in the WWE after being injured for so long. I've got to be in the ring with all these cool people, but now after winning my baby back, my Women's World Championship, and having the dead men come out, hearing the dong in real life, it was absolutely insane. It's a moment that I'm never going to forget. Ripley said that she watched The Undertaker growing up in Australia and thought he was amazing. She joked that she couldn't wait to rub the huge moment in the face of her terror twin, Damian Priest, who is also known for being a huge fan of the UW, a Hall of Famer. While Priest walked the red carpet before the show, he wasn't seen on the debut episode. WWA kisses that had sent fans into an uproar. Professional wrestling has always had comparisons to soap operas, And this is especially the case with W. You who have been known to write bombastic romantic storylines once in a while. Some comparisons to soap operas have weight, and romance storylines have always been very popular among WWA fans. Perhaps the most famous of these is Macho Man Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth and their emotional reunion at WrestleMania V. Wedding segments have become known as something of a needle mover. Relationships and betrayals always deliver a strong emotional response from a WWK audience, even if they were never fully invested in the storyline to begin with. But not all storylines of this nature have been critically acclaimed by fans. Some have been panned for lack of chemistry, lack of tact, or even lack of morals by the ones who are booking the storylines. There have been more than a few WWE kisses that have invoked the anger of many WW fans.